So this is the first question in the design of bolted connection. The question is a double angle section. Okay, double angle section. We know that angle is represented by ISA, its thickness into width. Agree or not? So a double angle section ISA. So Indian standard angle 150 of width and 15 mm of thick. So is connected to a 16 mm thick gusset plate. So see here in this diagram, of course by using some books, I have shown how this connection is going to be. Agree or not? The cross section. So two angles connected back to back of a gusset plate. So double angle section ISA 150 into 15 mm is connected to a 16 mm thick gusset plate as shown. So this is the diagram. Determine service load the connection can carry on the basis of shear and bearing strength. So in the question is asking us to calculate the strength of bolted connection based on shear and bearing. That's it. So he's not asking to calculate strength based on tension and tension strength of bolt and tension strength of plate or main member. Agree or not? So no need to consider that. Why? Because in the question it is clearly mentioned that determine service load. The service load the connection can carry on the basis of shear and bearing notice. And the question it is mentioned that calculate the strength based on shear and bearing. So no need to consider tension. Okay, leave it. And then the bolts are of grade 4.6. So what is meant by grade 4.6? So 4.6 is nothing but FUB means ultimate tensile strength of bolt is 400 MPa and its yield strength of bolt FY or FYB is nothing but 60% of this 400. How much it is? 240. So that is the meaning of 4.6, grade 4.6. So this is the meaning of grade 4.6. So if in the given question it is mentioned that bolts are of grade 4.6, the meaning of it is the bolt will have ultimate tensile strength of 400 MPa and its yield strength is 60% in that. So 0.6 into 400. That is the meaning of it. And the dia of the bolt is given. And one more thing. So nothing is mentioned about the grade of the steel. Yes or no? And nothing is mentioned about whether the threaded portion, okay, threaded portion of the bolt will intercept the shear planes or not. So regarding these, nothing is mentioned in this question. So if nothing is mentioned, now we assume that you can take it for granted that okay, you assume that. So assume that if nothing is mentioned about the grade of the steel and then whether the threads of the bolts intercept with the shear planes or not. So if nothing is mentioned, then assume steel of grade Fe410. What is meant by this? Steel of grade Fe410. So that is a mild steel which is having ultimate tensile strength of 410 MPa and threaded portion intercept shear planes. Threaded portion intercept shear planes. Threaded portion intercept shear plane. So these are the things. So grade of bolts are of grade 4.6 means it is having ultimate tensile strength of 400 MPa and yield strength is 60% in it. And if nothing is mentioned about grade of steel and threaded portion whether they intercept with shear plane or not, so simply assume that the threaded portion are going to intercept shear plane and the steel of grade Fe410. Okay, so from this we can write that Fu, simplifies Fu is 410 MPa. So this is FUB and this is FU. So these are the things. So before starting the problem or before starting this question, you should observe this. Agree? And in this, how many bolts are there? 8 bolts are there. Clear? So first you take down this question and then make a note and you write down this. What is meant by 4.6 and this assumption. So first you take it down. So later I will see how to solve this question. So first you take it down. Okay. So now let us go for the solution. First let us see what are the given details. Okay, let us see the given information or given details regarding this question. So by using these given details how to solve, let us see after that. Okay, first first step is let us see what are the given, and the next step is by using those how to solve this question. Okay, we'll do it. So first, given. So given information. So in the first line itself, it is given about. So in the first line itself, it is given about the dimensions of the angle. So angle will have the thickness how much? So angle here is the main member. Okay, angle here is the main member, and gusset plate can be taken as a cover plate. So angle is the main member. So TM, what is the thickness of main member? 15 millimeter mm. And the cover plate or gusset plate, how much its thickness? 16 mm. So that is given in the first line. And coming to the last line. So it is given that dia of the bolt. So what is the dia of bolt? D is equal to 24 mm. If dia of bolt is 24 mm, what is the dia of the bolt hole? DH. So we have seen the provision. So if the dia of the bolt is in between 12 to 14 mm, then the clear distance is 1 mm. It means D plus 1. So if it is 16 to 24, D plus 2. If it is greater than 24, D plus 3. Yes or no? So here it is 24. So it is 24 plus 2. 26 mm. Okay, this is the dia of the bolt hole. Next, what are the other informations? So see here in this diagram. So this is the distance between center of the bolt hole to the nearest edge in the direction of the force. Now this 50 is considered as a end distance. E, how much it is? 50 mm. And it is a center to center distance between the two bolt holes in the direction of the load. Then it is known as pitch. So P. How much it is? 75 mm. So in the perpendicular direction, gauge and edge distance. So those are also given here. Gauge and edge distance. So gauge is equal to 70 mm and edge distance is equal to 40 mm. And number of bolts here it is given in the question. How many number of bolts here it is? 8. Okay, 1 plus 2. So we know that 4 plus 4, 8. So number of bolts is equal to 8. So these are the information that are given. Clear? So these are the information that are clear given in the question. So by making use of this, let us see how to solve the question. So I'm going to rub this diagram. First take down that given information. Okay, first take down that given information. Let us see how to calculate it. Okay, finish. So take down that given information. So given things. After this, let us start the design. So first, in the question it is clearly mentioned that design based on only shear and bearing strength only. So basis on shear and bearing strength only. So first, let us calculate design shear strength. Design shear strength of bolt. So we know, okay, of course we have discussed in detail how to calculate the design shear strength of the bolt. Clear or not? So what is the formula? So just tell me the simplified version. Okay. So if you see that formula, so it is very lengthy. So no need of going that formula. As I said, this is our design, our rules. Okay. So you can say my design, my rules. So based on that, no need to consider that length or big formula. Simply the modified version you just tell me. Okay. Or you just memorize it. So what is that formula? FUB by root 3 into 1.25. So this is the permissible stress. And area. So area, what is the area that is undergoing shear? Of course, this also we have discussed in detail. So area is pi by 4, circular area. This is the area. So pi by 4 d square. This is the area that is undergoing shear. And after that, in the beginning itself, we have taken that shear plane will intercept. So a threaded portion will intercept the shear plane. Agree or not? So these are the threaded portions here. So how many shear planes are there? In this diagram, you tell me. So here there is one interface and here one interface. So obviously two shear planes are there. So these bolts in this connection are subjected to double shear. Okay, here bolts in this connection are subjected to double shear. So we have to take 2 into. So 2 into, as we have assumed that threaded portion intercept the shear plane, so 0.78 into pi by 4 d square. So d, how much it is given? 24. And 2, this is for a single bolt. But how many number of bolts are there in this connection? 8. So that is given. So come on, calculate how much it is. So FUB, we know how much FUB. That is also given in the question, 400. So everything is known to us. So come on, calculate and tell me. FUB by root 3 into 1.25 into 2 into 0.78 into pi by 4 into 24 square into 8. So how much the answer? Come and tell me. So it comes out to be 1043.076 kilonewton. So upon simplifying, we are going to get 1043.076 kilonewton. So that is the design shear strength of the bolt. So is it clear or not, everyone? So as in this question, it is nothing is mentioned about whether the threaded portion will intercept the shear planes or not. So if it is not mentioned, assume it. So threaded portion intercepted and that too bolt here are subject to double shear. So that is why I multiplied here with 2. And the number of bolts are 8. So 8. So finally we are going to get 1043.076 kilonewton. Agree? Next, after that, design bearing strength of the bolt. Okay, let us see after this, design bearing strength of the bolt. So what is the formula for design bearing strength of the bolt? So of course this is also we have discussed. So 2.5 kb. Okay, 2.5 kb. So you have FUB. So take it down directly 400 by 1.25 d. So the area d. So d is nothing but dia 24 into. So T. So as I said, T is a minimum of this is like a double cover butt joint. So it is a minimum of thickness of the cover plates. So minimum of the thickness of the sum of the cover plates and minimum of the thickness of sum of the two cover plates and main member. So here cover plate is having a thickness of here how much it is? It is given in the question how much? 16 mm. These two are having a thickness of 15 mm. So to take T, so here I am showing, so T is a minimum of 15 plus 15 and 16. So this is 30 and this is 16. So out of these two, whichever is minimum, that we have to consider. So which is minimum? 16 mm is minimum. Agree or not? So sum of the thickness of these two members. This is a 15 and 15. So 30 and this is 16. So out of these two, which is minimum? So 16 is minimum. Consider this 16. So in place of T, write 16. And again, how many bolts are there? So this is for one bolt. And how many bolts are there? 8. So now here we have to calculate kb. So how to calculate this kb? Okay, let us see how to calculate this kb. So I am going to rub this diagram. So we know that kb is a minimum of E by 3dh comma P by 3dh minus 0.25 comma Fu by Fu comma 1. So out of these, whichever is minimum, that is considered as a kb value. So now E how much it is? 50. Yes or no? So of course we have written in the beginning itself. Of course this is given in the question also. So now E by 3dh, how much it is? 50 by 3 into 26. So it is comes out to be somewhat 0.64. Next P. So P by 3dh minus 0.25. I am directly writing. So how much it is? 75 by 3 into 26 minus 0.25. So this comes out to be 0.71. Agree. Next, Fu by F. So it is 400 by 410. So it is comes out to 0.98 and 1. So which is minimum? 0.64. So this is 0.64. This is 0.71. This is 0.98 and this is 1. So which is minimum? 0.64 is minimum. So in place of kb, write 0.64. Right, 0.64. So upon simplifying, finally we are going to get it as the value 1575.3. 1575.3 kilonewton. So finally is asking us service load. So see, service load is nothing but we have to divide it with factor of safety. So design means we have to multiply with factor of safety. So service load means no need to consider the factor of safety. So first, I guess everyone has taken this. So I'm going to rub this total and let us see the final thing that is asked in the question. So we know the design strength. Of joint is minimum of VDSP, means design shear strength of bolt, and design bearing strength of bolt. So (1043.076, 1575.6 kilonewton. So this is the minimum. So which is minimum here? This is the minimum. Now this is considered as the design strength of the joint. So this is considered as the design strength of the joint. But now he is asking the service load. So we know that design strength we represent with FD or whatever it may be. Design strength simply. So it is a 1.5 into service load. See, this design strength is equal to the load, design load. So this is a design external load. So design external load is nothing but 1.5 into service load. So this should be equal to the design strength of the joint. How much it is? 1043.076. Agree. So now divide it with 1.5. We are going to get service load. So we are going to get it as 645 point. So always remember, design load is nothing but 1.5 into service load. So that should be equal to the design strength. So then only it is a safe design. Agree or not? So but to get the service load, we have to divide the design load with 1.5. That load factor. So we have discussed the load factors and partial factor of safeties for structural steel and for connectors. For connectors or connections. So this is the question.